welcome back to your favorite YouTube channel, and Michael Live. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Let's go then. After that introduction, I don't even do much, you know what I'm saying? I just have to keep it 100. And that's the name of the series. The new series is Keep It 100. Y'all know what that means. That means to keep it straight. None of that fluff, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep it real to the point. Alright, so let's get to it. This week 1 for this series is Don't Be Fake. Don't be fake. Y'all know what that means. You have that one friend that you kicking it with, you know what I mean? Like, and they not really there, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be on like 100%, being honest with them, and they just being fluky, you know what I mean? Like, they're not being a true genuine friend to you. So yeah, don't be fake. Don't say you're going to do something and back out. So that's a word to the wise. Don't make your yes and your no. Don't commit yourself if you're not ready to be about that commitment. You feel me? Like, if you're on the team, like, don't say like, man, I'm gonna do my best, every time, and like get out there and have do it. You know what I'm saying? And also, don't say you're gonna do something, like I just said, and have do it. I jump ahead of myself. My bad. So it's important for us to ask this question. Do you know what fake means? According to the dictionary, it means not genuine and counterfeit, right? Like, if you come into the bank or wherever with $100 bill and they hold it up to the light, or $1 million, they hold it up to the light, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they see if it's real or not, or if it's counterfeit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be original, you have to be unique, you have to be yourself. You can't be out there being fake. And it's like you're walking around in some Timbs or Jordans from Wish, you know what I'm saying? Like, and your friends, your coworkers will be quick to let you know they are fake and will call you lame for buying them. Like, growing up, you can't be having no fake Jordans, some fake Timbs. I remember my brother and my cousin, they had the real Jordans. Like, when they used to drop on Christmas. If you don't know about that, you ain't old enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't go out there because I didn't have no job. I didn't have no money back then. And I still wouldn't do it because that's a lot of money to buy some Jordans. And they will stand out in the cold. Because they weren't faking it. They were real about it. And when I was growing up, you had the Skechers, you had the FUBU, you had a Rocket. Like, you couldn't be faking it. Nowadays, people don't be wearing FUBU. Some people do. I mean, I don't mind it. But, like, when those roast sections are coming, and they don't come with the heat, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be coming to no school with no fake stuff on. Fake Gucci belts and all that. And the worst thing about being fake is being fake with what God gives you. And what I mean by that is when he calls you to something great, and he expects you to excel in that area, to take hold of what he's giving you. You have to give it your best. You have to give it your all. And sometimes I did not do that in life, and those are areas that I'm working on being better with. And that's when small groups come into play, talking with different friends, and just allowing yourself to be vulnerable and exercising that, and allowing yourself to be sharpened by other people that see those areas in your life that you are weak in, and they can help you out with. So, and a story that I have was when I was in 6th grade, I had this friend. We was working on this project, right? He needed my help with something. So I was assisting him out. I was like, oh yeah, this and this, do this and this. And then, so we had this we had this presentation, right, for the project. So I went first, did my presentation, um, and then after that he went. Thankfully, I went first. So I sat down, right? I listened to the presentation, and then I was like, hold up, wait a minute. This sounds like a lot like mine. So what happened was he took my presentation and and, and did it. And I was mad. I was sitting, I'm like, what in the world is this? I thought it was cool. Thankfully, the teacher who had my brothers as well knew what was going on, and I was able to get the full grade for it. And I was being a true friend to this person that I called my friend. Back then, I don't know if I became friends with him again. I don't know. I get angry at times, but then I'll be like, oh man, we cool. But yeah, in that moment, like I found what it meant to be fake, and I was like, ooh, that hurts. And like I was saying, us being like that, being counterfeit to God, that hurts him as well. Like when he was talking about being lukewarm, you're either hot or you're cold. Lukewarm, he's gonna spit you out. Cause you got to you got to pick a side. You're either with God or you're not. You're either on the team or you're not. Um, and in that moment, yeah, I learned what fake meant. I learned that some friends are not true friends, and some people are just fiends, staying around just to take more and more from you. And trust and loyalty is rare, but it is important. Especially as you guys are talking to the middle schoolers, high schoolers. As you guys are going through school, remember that trust and loyalty are important. When you decide on what school you want to go to, with the scholarships, resumes, everybody's looking at that. They're looking at what you're posting on social media. Like you might just think it's a silly game between, friends, there's different jokes, you're arguing against people, but somebody is watching that. They're watching, are you trustworthy? Like, can I trust you in this job? Can I trust you in this career? Can I trust you at this school to wear our name proudly? And that's when many times people will be at these great positions in life. It could be on a team. It can be at a job, and then those things from social media show up. And that's one area on social media where you cannot be fake. You have to be yourself. You have to be authentic, because what they see off of the screen, if you can live a model life, right, before everybody that you see, like professional settings, but then when they see what you're posting on social media and you're being fake, you're being phony, compared to what they're seeing, like what you're postering, right, like the poster child, like that can turn them away from presenting you with options that can be great for your life. Therefore, whoever can be trusted with little can also be trusted with a lot. And whoever is dishonest with a little is dishonest with a lot. That's Luke 16:10, New Century Version. God will not elevate you to more if he can't trust you with a little. He will not give you that complex 9 to 5 job where a boss is depending on you for a lot of operations when God knows that you cannot preach what is on your resume, like I said. That might be why you are in the position you are now. You might be thinking, it's like, man, why am I here? Why am I stuck in this position that I'm in, and not knowing fully, fully what you are doing there. You do not like it. You do not like the pay, but yet you are still there. You want to be on the varsity team, but you're not putting in the work in practice. Being real takes time. It takes pressure. So while you're in the area where you are appointed in now, be grateful, be thankful that you are there. Even though you're not elevating as fast as you want to, God has a season for all of us. He has a reason for all of us, for where we are in life. And when He opens those doors, you're going to be ready because you have been patient, you have been waiting, you have been working. And that's what I want all of us to do. I want all of you guys to do that, to work on your craft, to work on the next career. Don't just apply and be like, man, I don't like this job. I'm gonna apply for this job. I'm gonna apply for this and this and this. I'm gonna apply for this school. No, you got to work for the position that you want now. So wherever you are, take everything that you're learning and like apply that for the next. And when you are getting ready for the next, prepare yourself, because you don't want to be in a job interview and they say, what can you offer to the company, and you forgot to look up what the company stands for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go there, not just act the part, but you had to be the part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be part of the team that you're investing in. But if you don't put in the practice before you get to the arena, if you don't put in the practice before you get to the tryouts, what good are you? What good are you to that organization? You're not. So you have to be real before you can get there. Because when you get there, they do not want to see you being fake. You got to keep it 100. Like I said, man, y'all got to listen to me. Come on now. Come on. I ain't wasting my breath, am I? Come on now. And another verse is from James 1:2-4. And it's the NIV. It says, consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. I love that verse. And another version that I learned it in is, when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow. So let it grow, because when it grows, you'll be perfect and complete, needing nothing. And that verse just shows me how we're running a race. Like Paul was talking about, when we're running a race, it's not a short race, and we're not really racing against anybody else. We're racing with ourselves against the sin that is pulling us down, and we're racing alongside our brothers and sisters. And it's a marathon. So when we're with Jesus, it's not just, okay, I believe in Jesus and that's it. No, it's a transformation every day. You have to transform every day. If you're not transforming, you're going to be stagnant. Even if you just go to church, it's like, oh man, I go to church Sunday, I go to church Wednesday, I go to Bible study Saturday. You're just doing a routine if you don't apply that to your life for every day. If you don't go out and meet somebody and interact. Because even if you're in COVID, you can still interact. It's no excuse. You can go to the grocery store and interact. You can go to Starbucks, Panera, interact. Like, you can have your mask on and still greet people. You can be social distance and still talk to people. Zoom calls, texting your friends, texting your relatives, checking up on them. And that's how you do life. That's how you do community. Because this wasn't even on my paper, but yeah, another way you can be fake is not being genuine with your relationships, with your friendships. And it starts there. It starts with your close knit of friends. And everybody wants a genuine relationship. They want to know that you care about them. Right? So, man, yeah, endurance and perseverance. You got to persevere to finish the work that God has for you. Not for anybody else, but for you. You have to persevere through everything, through every trial, like Job did, through through every trial. And then that endurance, man. I used to run track, bruh. I used to do the mile, long races. I did a 1500 one time, and I got last place, but I persevered. I was like, I'm going to get to the finish line. I don't care if I get last place. I don't care if I just fall out. Like, I'm repping my team. I went to Marian Catholic in Chicago Heights. I'm repping my team. It doesn't matter if somebody's laughing at me. Like, no, like I'm finishing. I wasn't even supposed to be in that race. I'm finishing the race. And then like some years later, the school that I was racing at, I went to that school, Lewis University in Romeoville. It's a great school. You guys should check it out. It's awesome. There I learned a lot about how to be a leader. To be honest with y'all, I learned a lot about that, and that's where I found my passion for working with youth as well. And then I went to Olivet Nazarene to get my master's in urban ministry. But and then like man, it's just a marathon. It's like running with track. You when you run a marathon, when you run a mile, 1500, you don't start off fast. You pace yourself. Like that's what great track stars do. Great athletes, they pace themselves. They don't give it 100% at the start, but as it goes to the end, as you're racing, and you see people slowing down, that's when you pick it up. I mean, that's when you pick it up. Then that last 100 meters, that last 50 meters, you sprint full out. I remember one time, man, this is awesome. I love this. I remember one time I was racing, right, and then this like I think I got third place. But I was racing, and this deal was like, you don't let that freshman beat you. I was like racing. I was like a freshman racing. I believe I was racing with varsity, and I was flying. And like even though I got third place, I was like neck to neck from I couldn't feel my legs. I was running and running and running and running, and like that was a feeling like man, because I knew I could beat a lot of people. Cause I was like, man, y'all running too fast. Y'all running too fast. Y'all mess up. And I should have kept on doing track, but like, that's another story for another day. But like my story is you have to push yourself. Push yourself and allow others to push you forward. So to wrap it up, to my middle school, high schoolers, and leaders. Number one, teachers and leaders. Students know when you don't care for them. They can see through all that. When you are not really there for them, they know when that happens. Like for me, when I work with students, I'm in their face all day. I make sure everything is safe. I make sure they're following the instructions, and I make sure I'm on top of my game. Right? They be like, man, Mr. Harris, Mr. Mike, you do this and this and this. Like, no, I don't. No, I don't. Like, I make sure that like what I do, they're mirroring that, mirroring my behavior. So to a point that I have standards for them to reach, and if they don't reach those standards, there's a problem. And then like having that rapport with their parents, like I'm treating it as a professional job. Like I'm treating it as they're working a professional job, and like I'm their boss, right? Even though I'm just a teacher, like, cause that's what the job is gonna demand out of them. They're not gonna let them be lazy. So why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like even if you're playing games and somebody's about to get hurt, like no, like let's stop this, let's do this. Like we got to control the atmosphere with that. And like a parent, the parents are trusting us to be parents to their children while they are away doing their duties of working or caring for different things, for taking care of different tasks that they have to get done before their children can come home or log off of Zoom if they're doing online or Google Classroom. Number two, students, do your best to use discernment because not every friend is your true friend. Do not allow them to put you in an environment where you feel pressure to do something you don't want to do because you do not want to lose a friend. You're going to have a lot of friends in life. Some of them will be acquaintances, right? But it's levels to friendship. And it's like the surface, and then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And if you have a friend that's pressuring you to do something like, it can be pressure in the good sense, in the bad sense. So like the good one, it can be pressure of like, man, you guys can do this. Like you can, like you can apply for this school. Like you have all the accolades, like pressuring you to do great things. But then it's peer pressure of another sense of when they're telling you to do things that you know is not right, right? Like, oh man, you don't need to study for that test. You can go to this party. You can do X, Y, and Z. You're on this team, but no, I don't care about that. Go here, like go there, and like they're jeopardizing your future. That's when you have to use that discernment. Is this worth it? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my future? And number 3, be honest with who you are. This is for everybody. Don't be fake pretending to be something you are not. Accept yourself, and if others do not like it, move to another crowd. Move around. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at the end of the day, you the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, they the audience, if you think about it. Like, you don't need to think about your friends like that, but I'm saying, like, if somebody, like, is not supportive of you, you know what I'm saying, like not a true friend, like, hey, they just extra, you know what I'm saying? Like your true friend, that's your crew. That's your crew. Y'all going through life together. Like the other ones, throw them out. Yeah, throw them out. You know, not acquaintances, but the friend that try to take you there, throw them out. They fake. They phonies. Throw them out. What do you do with counterfeit money? You keep it in your pocket? No. If you work at the school, you be like, hey, you gotta go. She gotta go. She got that counterfeit. She gotta go. Exactly. That's my point right there. They're not deserving of your awesomeness anymore. Come on, man. Throw them out. Not playing with me. And the last point is this. Give life 100%. Lost my paper. Then I give 20, 60, 80. Give it 100. Put it in gas. Let's go. Let's go. Go. Don't leave y'all all on the court. Well, if you driving in life on the road, don't be driving too fast. And when you leave this life, when you leave your classroom, when you leave your interview, make them remember your name, boy. Make them remember your name, girl. Come on now. You gotta keep it 100. Don't be fake out here. Be real, because God is in control and He knows what you are going through, and He knows the people to put in your corner, and you have to be that real person as well. You can't just expect other people to be that for you, and you're not doing that for them. So, hey, until next time, this is Air Mike for Life. You already know. Peace.